Hi, I'm Tamil Dewberry, and I'm known sometimes as Coach Tamil or Lady Tamil, but I focus on positive living via simple truths. And one of the things that I want to talk about today is being magnetic. When I think about inclination life and the whole premise behind it, it's all about positive living. It's all about a life that begins on the inside and exudes outside, and it affects so many arenas and areas of our life. And so, in today, in talking about being magnetic, when we are magnetic, then that means there's something in us that makes us extremely attractive. There's something on the inside of us that draws and it pulls others in. It's something that oftentimes it may draw a small group or it may draw a crowd, but it's something that attracts what oftentimes we may see as being opposite. And there's a few things that make us magnetic. I hope that you saw it in the intro. But the first thing is that we are difference makers. And being a difference maker, sometimes we think that we have to have a grandiose difference. Sometimes we think that we have to be that larger than life personality. We have to be that one that stands out in a crowd. But being a difference maker is often sometimes just coming in the midst of a situation and seeing that something needs to change, seeing that something needs to be different. What I love about being magnetic is that when we decide that we want to be this person, this is something that we decide and we get up and we start our day each day prepared for the success of being a magnet, prepared for the success of being a magnet in our homes, prepared for being a success of being a magnet on our jobs or wherever it is that we may go throughout the day. And so in doing that, that means that we're always looking for the opportunity to make a difference in someone's day. We're always looking for that place where we may be able to lighten the load, where we may be able to have those words of compassion that someone needs today, where we may be able to be that helping hand to help someone get through a solution or a problem, where we may just need that person, be that person that needs to give instructions or directions. But whatever it is, we are open and we are available for it. So we are the difference makers. We are the ones that can shift someone's day. Have you ever had anyone come across you and they're looking for directions? Well, if you know what it means to be lost, nothing makes your day better than actually arriving at somebody that knows how to help you to get to where it is that you're desiring to go. And so you may be that person that makes the difference in a person's life. They may not be looking for directions to go to a particular destination, but maybe it's your coworker today that needs instructions on how to get through a process. Maybe it's your child that needs instructions on how to get through homework. But you can be that difference maker that makes them getting to the destination, them getting to the solution much easier. The next thing that we are, if we are going to be magnetic, is we are going to be atmosphere setters. And so that means that we are going to be the ones that walk into a place and we're going to control the atmosphere. Now, as I said, this starts from the inside out. So this means that we've got to have good vibes going before we ever walk into a room. We've got to have good vibes going before we ever enter to a place. Now, the biggest thing that you got to guard against in this situation is that when you walk into a place, although you're purposing to set the atmosphere, there may be places where you come across people that their energy may seem a bit overpowering, that they may not have woken up on the right side of the bed. And so it's so important that you be in the right mind state. It's so important that you be open and that when you see situations where you need to come in and you need to make the atmosphere better. Have you ever had someone around you that every day that they came by you, they had something positive to say and you were looking for it? It may be just a good morning. It may be just a smile. I know that when I had a gentleman that used to come by every single day and he would say that it is another day of opportunities. And I always look forward to that. At first, it became a little bit redundant, but as I continued to hear that over and over and over and over again, it registered me so well that each day that I had another day of opportunities, I had another day, another set of 24 hours that I had an opportunity to do something different. And so you too can set the the atmosphere like that by just having something simple that you say, something simple that someone can look forward to. Yes, there will be so many that will look over it. There will be so many people that go past it, but it will be that one that needs to hear that. It will be that one that may need to see your smile, that one that may need to hear that word of encouragement that you have. So be the atmosphere setter. If you're going to be magnetic, be the one that sets the atmosphere. The next thing is that we are pressure changers. And so when the pressure is in the room, when the pressure is in the building, have you ever been in a meeting and you were having a hot discussion and things got really tense and you wish that there was just something, just even an open door to relieve some of the pressure out of the space that you're in? Well, guess what? Sometimes you can be that pressure changers. A lot of times when we're in situations where people are sharing a variance of opinions, where people are seeing things different, they don't always open up to hear what the other person is saying. But if you are the one that's magnetic, if you are going to be the one that's going to be the pressure changer, then sometimes you can be what we know as a mediator. You can be the person that says, okay, I hear you're saying this and I hear you saying this. Now, how can we arrive where, oh, that's a good thing and that's a good thing, and we can pull a piece from what you're saying and we can pull a piece from what this person's saying. But when we put it all together, we can arrive at a solution. That's a way that you can be an atmosphere changer. You can come in and you can be the one that makes sure that there is peace. Now, this does not mean that it has to be you each and every day, but if you're going to be magnetic, you're looking for the opportunity where you can be that pressure changer. The next thing that we're going to be is that we're going to be skilled in dealing with diverse precious metals. See, the thing about being magnetic is that we've got to be able to draw on things. Have you ever set something down that was magnetic and then you forgot about it and you put something near it that you didn't even consider that had the metal in it that would be attracted to that magnet, but yet it came together and you forgot that it was magnetic? I remember that I one time played with making jewelry and I picked out these little beads that were very beautiful to me and very odd color, but I did not realize that they were magnetic. And so when I made this necklace, the interesting part is that every time I store it, it attracts all of my other jewels because it is magnetic and it pulls everything in, and it makes for a hard, it's so hard to pry everything apart. And I won't get rid of the necklace because it's such a great reminder of the power of being magnetic. And so I want to encourage you about being magnetic, about being that person that attracts, that person that's skilled in dealing with precious metals, not to break them up. Well, you will notice that when a magnet attracts something to it, it holds on to it tight. It's very hard to get in the midst of it, but it does not damage it. It just attracts it to it. So the idea here is that by being magnetic in your environment, you are attracting things because of the energy that you have towards you. You are attracting things because of what's within you, but you're not breaking them down. You're not changing their state. You're not changing who they are. You are just attracting them to you. And hopefully the energy that is within you, that it will pour out into them. And the final thing that we can do when we are magnetic is that we can be open to solutions and improvements. Sometimes it seems like the magnet is so overpowering that it controls the entire situation. But when we are magnets, when we decide that we're going to be magnets, when we decide that we're going to be those good magnets that make a great impact in every environment that we're in, we're always open to improvements. We're always open to solutions because we can't be the only magnet in the room. And so we want to feed off of the energy of other magnets that are also in the room, that may have learned a little bit more, that may know a little bit more, that may have thought of something that we did not think, that may come up with a solution, or they may have the positivity that's needed for that day. So that's the question I want to leave you with today. Are you a magnet? Do you have that drawing factor? Do you have that thing that's going to make a difference in every room that you step in on today? I hope you've enjoyed this conversation and that you'll come back with me as I have another conversation about positive living via Simple Truths.